The big piece of news today is inflation slowed in November, and I wanted to take this beyond the headlines and break down what this means for all of you at home. A few hours ago, I spoke with Dr. Shelton Weeks with Florida Gulf Coast University. He told me we shouldn't read too much into the numbers, and here's the bottom line.
It is good news in that what the Fed is doing, trying to slow the economy, is working. We're making progress to it. I think the important thing to remember, though, is that whenever we find ourselves in a situation like this where we have to try to slow the economy using monetary policy, it's something that needs to take place over an extended period of time.
So my biggest takeaway from our conversation is economic recovery will take time. He believes we're going to be in this inflation environment for likely another year, so all of us really need to take a careful look at our budgets and financial commitments.
Now, with the price of things these days, any positive movement is encouraging. Tonight, ABC Action News reporter Rebecca Petit is going in depth, breaking down the numbers and hearing from shoppers who say they are still making sacrifices on holiday spending this year.
Inflation cooled considerably in November. Despite this, people out holiday shopping tell me prices have not fallen enough. Peggy Rivera is Christmas shopping for her 17 grandchildren, and she's on a very strict budget.
It's either gifts or a place to live.
She tells me she plans to spend less on gifts this year.
You can't get what you would get, what you were getting every other year. This year you got to go low. You got to go, like less than what you would go for last year. Yeah, it is very hard.
Many families are making sacrifices when it comes to holiday spending due to inflation. Diane Harrell is finishing up her Christmas shopping.
I noticed a lot of the sale things were what the original price was last year. But yeah, everything's going up. So hopefully it'll come back down soon.
Inflation slowed sharply last month. Prices rose 7.1% annually in November, down from 7.7% in October, according to the Labor Department's Consumer Price Index.
Prices are higher on average 6 to 8% than they were last year, and everybody can feel that. But we do believe we're on the other side of the bell curve, and inflation is easing, if you will.
Financial advisor Caleb McCarty tells me shoppers are relying heavily on credit cards. He says be smart about your spending as interest rates are currently very high.
If you end up using credit cards, try and use ones with maybe cash back features or rewards that are tied to that, and try to pay the balance off as quick as you can so you're not being charged, 17, 18, 19% interest, because that can really eat a hole in your pocketbook as well.
Rebecca Petit, ABC Action News.